Welcome back to video classes. In the last video, we discussed about number systems. Number systems. So you know about natural numbers, you know about whole numbers, you know about integers, and what is rational numbers? I explained the definition with the numbers which are in the form of p by q, where p comma q belongs to integers and q is not equal to 0. Such numbers are called as rational numbers. All the fractions are rational numbers. So I said already in that last video, what is the symbol for rational number? Natural number denotes with capital N, whole numbers capital W, integers Z or I. So Y, Z I said already. Now, what is the symbol for rational numbers? Q, not R. Rational numbers, symbol Q. Rational numbers. For this you can use Q. Why Q? Why? Because rational numbers derived from the word ratio. Rational numbers derived from the word ratio. Ratio is nothing but, suppose ratio is nothing but, you take one ratio 2:3. That is nothing but we can write 2 by 3 or 5:3. We can write that is nothing but 5 by 3. This is numerator, this is denominator. Otherwise, if you write, you can write this one as 5 by 3. If it is 5 by 3, this is called as dividend. This is called as a divisor. Dividend, divisor. The result will be quotient. That's why rational numbers are derived from the word ratio. Ratio is nothing but you can take fraction or whatever it may be. It is like a division. The result of this division is nothing but quotient. The quotient is that's what from this quotient we are taking the starting letter Q. That's why rational numbers derived from the word ratio. Okay. Now ratio is nothing but fraction is nothing but division. In this the main result is quotient. That's what we are using for the rational number. We are using Q. Okay. Today we are going to learn standard form of a rational number. Before going to learn standard form of a rational number, standard form or also call it as a lowest form or also call it as a short form. You know very well. In fractions lesson, you know short form. In fractions lesson, you know very well about short form. That is nothing but standard form or lowest form. Now, suppose you take any, before going to learn standard form, we must know coprime concept. Coprime. What is coprime? This is the 5th class concept. Coprime. Suppose you take two numbers, 8 and 9. I am going to check whether 8 and 9 are coprime to each other. The very, very important point, prime is different, coprime is different. Here, 8 is not a prime number, composite number. 9 is not a prime number, composite number. You must know what is the definition of a prime number, what is the definition of a composite number. Just once go through the internet and find out. If you don't know, if you know, no problem. What is sir is explaining, this is composite number, this is composite number. What is a composite number? You don't know. So if you don't know, once you go through the websites and otherwise YouTube videos, if you know, leave it. This is a composite number. This is a composite number. I took these two are. Whether I am going to check, I am checking whether it is coprime or not. Suppose you take 8 and 9. What are the factors of 8? How to find the factors of 8? 8 is equal to 1 into 8. 8 is equal to 2 into 4. 8 is equal to 3. 3 is not divisible. You must know the divisibility rules. Many times I said, you must know the divisibility rules. So, here 3 is not divisible. So, 4 into 2, again the same number, that's why stop. So, the factors of 8 are 1, 2, 4, 8. 1 comma, 2 comma, 4 comma, 8. What about 9? 9 factors, 5 out of 5. 1 into 9, 2 will not be divisible. That's why not divisible by 9 is not divisible by 2. So 3, yes, 3 into 3. 3 is 9. Stop. Because here 2 into 4, 4 into 2, that's what you can stop. Here same numbers, no, 3 into 3, that's a stop. The factors are 1, 3, 9. Factors of 9 are 1, 3, 9. So, these two you take 8 and 9. In this, any common, only one is the common factor. So, if only one is the common factor, that's why it is called as a coprime. For 8 and 9, only one is the common factor. Other than 1, there is no common factor. If any common factor is there other than 1, these two numbers are not coprime. In this case, these two are coprime because only number 1 is the common factor. Common factor. Here, what is the common factor? Common factor is 1. That's why 8 and 9 are coprime to each other. 8 and 9 are coprime to each other. So let us check one more example. 9 and 24, whether 9 and 24 are coprime or not. So 9 is a composite, 24 is also composite. Already you know the factors of 9, 1 into 9 and 3 into 3, 1, 3, 9. 1, 3, 9, the factors of 9. What about the factors of 24? 24 is equal to 1 into 24, 2 into 12, 3 8s, 4 6, 5 will not be divisible. Again 6 4s, that's the stop. So 1 comma, 2 comma, 3 comma, 4 comma, 1 comma, 2 comma, 3 comma, 4 comma, 6 comma, 8 comma, 12 comma, 24. So what are the common factors? Here 1 is the common factor. 1 is the common factor. First 1. Next 3 is the common factor. 3. So here what are the common factors? Common factors 1 comma 3. If only one is the common factor, we can say those two are coprime. Here, how many common factors are there? 2 are there. 1 and 3. That's why 9 comma 24 is not coprime. 9 comma 24 is not coprime. Okay. Here one more example. I'll take one more example. You take, now I'm taking here 3 and 5. 3 and 5. 3 is a prime number. 3 is a prime number. 5 is a prime number. 3 is a prime number. 5 is a prime number. What are the factors of 3? The factors of 3 are 1 comma 3. The factors of 5 are 1 comma 5. In this case, only 1 is the common factor. That's why 3 and 5 are coprime to each other. 3 and 5 are coprime to each other. One more example. Here these two are prime. At the same time, these two are coprime. Now, one more example. Suppose 5 and 10. 5 and 10. What is the prime? 5 is a prime number. What is a 10? 10 is a composite number. The factors of 5. 1 comma 5. The factors of 10. What are the factors of 10? 10 is equal to 1 into 10, 2 into 5, 3 will not be divisible. Divisible two rules are very, very important. 4 is not divisible. Again 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 into 2, that's why stop. So the factors of 1, 2, 5, 10. What are the common factors? 1 is the common factor. 5 is the common factor. 1 comma 5 are the common factors. Common factors. That's why here two common factors are there. Only if one is the common factor, we can call it as a coprime. Here 1 and also 5. That's why 5 and 10 are not coprime. 5 and 10 are not coprime. Now we discuss about the standard form of a rational numbers. Here, express minus 9 by 24 into standard form. What is standard form? A number which is in the form of p by q, where p comma q are coprime to each other. Coprime to each other. That should be coprime to p and q are coprime to each other. And anyhow, this is a rational number, q is not equal to 0. And p by q coprime to each other, and the denominator should be positive. Denominator should be positive. Denominator should be positive. This is very, very important. You take any rational number, anyhow that is in the form of p by q. Here p and q are coprime to each other. The first checking is p and q are coprime to each other. Otherwise, go for cancellation. Then denominator, the second one is denominator should be positive. Denominator should be positive. Coming to this sum, minus 9 by 24. Minus 9 by 24. Minus 9 by 24, we have to divide with something. So here 3 will be divisible. 3 will be divisible. How to? Okay, anyhow denominator is positive, no problem. So cancellation, how to cancel? 3 table. 3 table. 9 here, in this 9 3 is divisible. In this 24 3 is divisible. 3 3s are 9. 3 8s are 24. 3 8s are 24. What is the answer? Minus 3 by 8. Minus 3 by 8. So actually find out whether 3 and 8 are coprime. Yes, 3 and 8 are coprime. 3 and 8 are coprime. The factors of 3 are 1 comma 3. The factors of 8 are 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma 8. Only one is the common factor. Only one is the common factor. That's why 3 and 8 are coprime. 3 and 8 are coprime. That's why we can say this, the standard form of minus 9 by 24 is minus 3 by 8. Cancellation by 3 table, 3 times, 3 3s are 9, 8 3s are 24. That's what you know, this cancellation in fractions itself. Fractions itself. So actually if you want, you can use normally cancellation also okay. Otherwise if you want direct cancellation, this is anyhow this is direct only. So okay, I will explain in another sum. Okay, so one more sum, 16 by 24. You know this is a fraction as well as a rational number. There is no negative symbols. It is a positive fraction under rational number. Now 16 by 24, 16 divided by 24. You know very well, simple calculation, cancellation. 2 table will be divisible. 2 table, normally many of the students they will practice like this. 2 table. How many times? 2 table 8 times, 2 table 12 times. The new answer is 8 by 12. 8 by 12. Next again 2 table. 8 and 12 are not coprime. That's why 2 table is divisible. So 2 table 4 times, 2 table 6 times. The new answer is 4 by 6. Again 2 table. 4 and 6 are not coprime. That's why 2 table. 2 table 2 times, 2 table 3 times. So 2 2s are 4, 3 2s are 6 is equal to 2 by 3. Now 2 by 3, 2 is in standard form. It is in the form of P by Q, where P comma Q are co-prime to each other. 2 and 3 are co-prime to each other. Anyhow, 2 and 3 are prime numbers, co-prime to each other. If you want to take 1 comma 2 factors, here 1 comma 3, 1 is the common factor. That's why co-prime. That's why co-prime. So, the standard form of 16 by 24 is 2 by 3. The standard form of 16 by 24 is 2 by 3. The same sum we can do in another way also. How to do? 2 by 3 answer. How to do? Direct step. Only one step. So, first of all, for doing this method, we must know how to find HCF. How to find HCF? You know prime factorization method. Here now I am doing the successive division method. How to do? First, 16 by 24. What is first HCF of 16 and 24? HCF of 16 and 24. First big number you take as a dividend, and this is 16. I think you know 16. Big number divided by small number. How many times 16? 1 16 16. 2 16s are 32. No, that's right. 16. Here 8 is the result. So now this is successive division. That's why now this 8, now we have to take this 16 here. Understand? So now again you divide. Again you divide. 8 2s are 16. 8 2s are 16. I got remainder is 0. So now I can say this 8 is called as HCF. HCF is equal to 8. If you know many methods. Maybe you don't know this method. So whatever method you know, you find the HCF of 16 and 24. Now, very simple. This 16 by 24 divides with that HCF. Divided by 8 and divided by 8 is equal to 2 times 16 by 8 2. Here 3. So I got. In one step I got the answer. But many of the students, they practice the first one only. So direct cancellation. If you know the divisibility rules, if you know the tables very well, that is the better way. Better you follow that one. Okay. So one more sum. Express 27 by minus 70 into standard form. First of all, 27 by minus 72. The first point is what? This denominator should be positive. If you want, you can do later. Otherwise, now itself you can convert. Otherwise, lost will always. So here 27 and 72. So 27 and 72. If you take 27, 27, how many times? 3 table will be divisible. Normal. First method I am doing 3 table. 3 table. 2 plus 7, 9. That's why 3 table is divisible. 7 plus 2, 9. The 3 table also divisible and 9 table also divisible. Normally, I am simplifying with the small numbers. That's why 3 table. 3 table, 3 9s are 27. Here, 24 into 3. That's why 24. 24 3s are 72. 9 3s are 27. 9 into 3, 27. And 24 into 3, 24 into 3 72. That's why 3 3 cancel. 9 by 24. That is the scene actually. So 9 by 24. The new number is 9 by minus 24. 9 by minus 24. 9 by minus 24. Again check. 2 table is not divisible. Definitely 3 table. Here 9. Okay. 9 is divisible by 3. 24 is also divisible by 3. So here again 3 table. 3 times 3. 3s are 9. 3 8s are 24. So the answer is 3 by minus 8. First step, check whether 3 and 8 are co-prime to each other. Yes, 3 and 8 are co-prime to each other. If you want to check. Why? Because 3 factors of 3 are 1 comma 3. The factors of 8 are 1 comma 2 comma 4 comma 8. Only 1 is the common factor. That's why 3 and 8 are co-prime to each other. So, okay. What is the next step? Denominator should be positive. So, just for that purpose, what I am doing, I have to 3 by minus 8 into in numerator and denominator multiply with minus 1. So, numerator and denominator multiply with minus 1. So, this will be treated as 3 into minus 1 minus 3 and minus 8 into minus 1 is equal to plus 8. So, no need to write this step directly. If you want, just minus will be right up, then the problem will be solved. Normally, if anybody is asking how you got this minus up, you can say I multiply with minus 1 in numerator and denominator. So automatically I got minus 3 by 8. So now 8 is positive. 8 is positive. 3 and 8 are co-prime to each other. Now in denominator there is no negative symbol, negative sign. So that's why the standard form of 27 by minus 72 is minus 3 by 8. So the same sum we can do by taking HCF. So how to do? Normally, how to find HCF? Find the HCF of 27 and 72. 27 and 72. Big number you take first. 27. How many times? 2 times. 2 times 27, 3 times means you'll get 81. That's why 2 times 27, 2s are 54. Now 12 minus 4, 8. 12 minus 4, 8. 6 minus 5, 1. 18. Now you write this 27 here. This is successive division method. If you want, you can go for prime factorization method. How many times? 118, 18. 118, 18. So here 27 minus 18, 9. So 9 divided by, again we have to write this 18. So now divide 9 2s are 18. Result is the remainder is 0. Now here this is the HCF. This is the HCF. Check the division carefully. 72 divided by 27. I got this remainder. So now it is acting as a divisor. Now this 27 you have to take. 27 divided by 18. So 118 is 18. Now 9 is the remainder. So finally this 18 you have to take. 18 by 9 is equal to 9 2s are 18, 0. So finally I can say 9 is the HCF. This is a successive division method. If you want to learn, it will be in 5th class itself. So once I explained, otherwise you can go for normal method. What method you know? This prime factorization method. Now 27 divided by minus 72. 27 divided by minus 72 divided by with HCF 9 is equal to how many times? 27 by 9, 3. Here 8 minus only. So already said no. This 3 by minus 8 I can write with minus 3 by 8. Why? Because it should be, the denominator should be positive. Already 3 and 8 are co-prime. I already explained. This is by using HCF method. Which method you want to follow? This, if you want to practice by watching some videos, successive division method. One more sum. Minus 14 divided by minus 35. So here both numerator and denominator with the negative symbol. So that's why first itself I am multiplying with minus 1, so that this will be positive into minus 1 into minus 1. Then 14 into 1, 14, minus into minus plus, 14 by 35. Directly you can say directly you can just say minus and minus cancel. Minus and minus cancel. Directly you can write. So now the number is 14 by 35. Now the number is 14 by 35. Both are same. 14 by 35. So 2 table is divisible. Here 2 table is divisible. Here 2 table is not divisible. 3 table is not divisible in both the cases. 4 table is not divisible. 5 table not divisible. 6 table not divisible. 7 table is divisible. 7 table. So 7 table is divisible directly. 7 table. 7 2s are 14. 7 5s are 35. The answer is 2 by 5. The answer is 2 by 5. If you want, you can do in HCF method also. 14 comma 35. The HCF is 7 only you'll get. 7 only you'll get. So if you want, that is also 14 by 35 divided by 7 divided by 7. So here also you'll get the same. Both are same. Here there is no 2 is not divisible, 3 is not divisible, 4 is not divisible in both the numerator and denominator. 5 and 6 directly 7 only divisible. That's what divides with 7. 14 divided by 7 and 35 divided by 7. I got 2 by 5. Here also same. So this is 14 by 35 is nothing but 2 by 5. 14 by 35 is nothing but 2 by 5. Okay, here assignment is given. Total 10 sums. 10 sums will take just 5 minutes or 3 to 4 minutes. And practice these sums and find out some worksheets from and through internet in Google search. And many sums you practice, especially here I have given all our numerator, denominator, all are two digits numbers. Better you take two or 3 or 3 digits numbers also. Practice many sums so that we get good practice. Practice many sums based on this model. So if it is less sums are there in your textbook, I think in textbook and NCERT this model is not there. But this is very, very important. Standard form already you learnt. 1 or 2 sums are given, I think. So in NCERT book, but practice more sums. If you are good at fractions concept, if you are good at the standard form concepts in fractions, you can do easily. The only thing is the denominator should be positive. So the remaining everything is same. Practice as many as possible. So many sums to practice. Okay. Thank you very much.